Now, let's get back to Ireland here on Countdown, because we've got a fixed income strategist here from Credit Agricole for some insight into the country's bonds and how new concessions might move them. Peter Chatwell is here with me. Peter, good to see you again. Thanks for coming in. So we've heard from Irish Prime Minister Brian Cowen, seems to have signalled a willingness to discuss aid for the country's banks, to put that on the agenda of the ECOFIN meeting that's due to get underway. Do you think we are any closer to seeing a bailout for Ireland?
That's certainly what the market is expecting, and I think when they talk in this manner, I don't really understand how Europe can be expected to bail out Ireland's banks without the sovereign actually taking on the ownership of that debt in the first place. So I think in all essence this is a bailout for Ireland here.
So if Ireland did tap into the European aid fund to support its banking system, would that restore investor confidence?
Very short term, yes, but I think we have to understand that there is a cycle that we're in. So if Ireland needs support, then the market will then straight be on to Portugal, looking for that to get some support, because they're very close to being at levels where they wouldn't like to fund also. And if anything, Portugal might need to tap the market earlier next year than Ireland. And then I think that then the market would then shift its focus to further down the line. So Spain would be the really big target on the agenda.
So there's nothing that can be done essentially to stem contagion, is what you're saying. So even if Ireland gets the bailout, attention then turns the spotlights on Portugal,
yes,
Spain, as you say.
That's the trouble, and so I think we need to see some new avenue being taken here. Maybe a shock and awe tactic.
Such as?
I don't really have expectations other than if something is announced ahead of market expectations. Right now the market is thinking Ireland's deal is done, even though they say it's not. So we need to get ahead of the curve.
So there is a danger here that if you disappoint the market, that we're going to see dramatic widening of spreads, essentially.
And then back onto widening.
OK, so your expectations for peripheral bond spreads in the short to medium term future?
Oh, well, still, it depends on what comes out today. But if this deal doesn't encompass Portugal, or if there's not some new agreement, then I would still see big risks for Portugal and further risks for Spain and even Belgium.
As things stand now, how difficult do you think it's going to be for European leaders to convince Ireland to accept a bailout?
I think their backs are against the wall. The trouble is that Ireland has time on its side, though. I would suggest that Ireland may be able to wait out this process.
So the government's saying they're fully funded until well into next year, but now the focus in the markets is very much on Ireland's banks. Yeah,
that's right, and they have stressed to us, the market in the past, that their expectations for the banking funding needs were very much at the top end, the most pessimistic estimations. If that's the case, then they do remain funded into, well, past Q1 of 2011, and so they wouldn't need a bailout right now. So unless that situation has changed, which they'll need to tell us, then I don't think they need to go ahead of, say, Portugal.
Peter Chatwell, fixed income strategist at Credit Agricole, thanks very much.